Somaliland's independence is not recognized, and that reminds me the importance of being globally competent.
Of Turkey talks many about Russia and the Ukraine war demonstrate the fact that the issue happening in a corner of the world will impact the rest of it.
The lecture about Singapore broadened my horizons and made me realize that we should be globally competent to catch up with the world.
The talk from St. Vincent and the Grenadines made me realize that even for one of the smallest countries in the world, having global competence may bring about great opportunities.
There is a large gap of education levels between countries. We can know that through listening to what the speakers from various countries state. This is what impressed me the most and reminded me of keeping globally competent.
I think being able to adapt quickly to a global environment is the most important thing.
The end of the Germany representative's speech quoted the Chinese term, 人无远虑，必有近忧. It reminds me to be well prepared to face the fast-changing world.
The Singaporean ThinkPads remind me the importance of being globally competent because I believe that tech is our future.
And due to the restriction of cross-border travel, that may likely to confine our own sites in our own domestication.
In my opinion, information asymmetry is the most challenging factor because it widens the gap of global competence.
Being globally competent in the pandemic era is crucial for catching up on the useful information to combat the disease more swiftly. However, misinformation cases have also surged, thus making it more difficult to get the right knowledge of the world.
The pandemic makes it hard for most people in different countries or regions to meet each other in person, and they have to use the meeting app, but I think it's still very different.
I think the most challenging thing is the practical factor because you need to work with different countries.
The pandemic is a new challenge for most of the people living nowadays. I think it's sometimes hard to know what to believe and not to be overwhelmed by so much information.
Globalization and working in other countries have become less prominent as many countries have set up border control.
COVID-19 pandemic is causing more than 1.6 billion children and youth to be out of school. We have to make sure our citizens are well educated in order to stay competent.
I think pondering on the role that Taiwan can play in international field and focusing on global news will be two new ways.
I will reach out to more international news to catch up with the growing global competence.
Consuming more international news and participating in classes similar to this would be helpful in gaining more knowledge of the world.
I think I will join international clubs on Facebook to know what people around the world are thinking about.
I would like to watch something about global news on internet.
Perhaps start from keeping thinking and learning. Since it's easier to get information, we can always stop, compare, and ask questions.
I will learn more about programming and the use of technology tools so as to eliminate the challenges brought by physical distance.
For me, I will try to interact with people around the world so I can learn how to cooperate with people in a different culture.